Hi, this is Kiko Loureiro, and here I am in Pescara at the DV Mark headquarters.
You started playing guitar in São Paulo, and now you're on stage with Megadeth. What happened in between?
Well, I'll try to summarize that because that's a long story. That's my life, actually. But the kid in São Paulo, I started playing acoustic guitar, and I think right from the beginning I kind of learned that it's all about the effort you put. You have to practice. It's not about the talent. It's not about a divine intervention or something like that. It's about how much effort you put every day practicing your instrument. And then, so acoustic guitar to electric guitar. I remember I was listening to Led Zeppelin, all the metal bands, and some other, some kind of progressive rock as well. And then I got my first guitar, and then I got super excited and started listening to all the late 80s guitar players like Satriani, Steve Vai, Greg Howe, and Jason Becker, all those guys. And then I got really motivated to practice even more. And when I was 19, we started in São Paulo a band called Angra, and a group of 5 guys, very talented 5 guys. And then we had a chance to record our first album in Germany, and then suddenly we were gold disc in Japan when I was 21 or something like that, in '93. And then the whole career started. We started traveling to Europe, we started traveling to the whole South America, to Japan. And then 20 years later, I moved to US. I was like trying to get out of my comfort zone and trying to find, something else for my career. And I moved to US, and then one day I got a call from Dave Ellison and Dave Mustaine, and then I had this invitation to meet them and to see, to be the guitar player for Megadeth.
Can you talk about the different needs in terms of tones a professional player has on big stages, rehearsing in a studio, or practicing?
Well, the big stages, or playing live in general, even if it's a club, a bar, you have to analyze, you're probably gonna have your sound that you use when you rehearse with your band. But of course, the rehearsal room is gonna be a tiny room normally, of course, tiny room and with kind of dead sound. And then suddenly you might be in a big room with a lot of reflections. You might be on a stage that's a wood stage that you have to take the bass, off, things like this. So every time you play in a different stage, you have to analyze the stage, the size of the venue, and maybe tweak a little bit the sound. So it's very important to be quick and to have this perception, the fast perception of what you need to add or to get rid of. Maybe the bass, maybe more high ends. It really depends. Maybe no reverb, because maybe the room has a lot of reverb or has a lot of echoing or reflection, so you cut your delays and reverbs. But maybe if you use in-ear monitors, you want to hear the effects in your ears and things like this. So live situation is really tricky. You have to be fast in adjusting all the time. And of course, like when you practice at home and you don't have a band with you, also the other thing, when you play with a band as a guitar player, normally you have to have your mid-range really popping up somehow, because the bass, you're gonna have the bass player doing the bass frequencies of the bass drums, and the guitar has to cut through that. But if you play alone at home, maybe you can have you can have more bass, you can have a different kind of EQ as well. And yeah, basically that's the difference, you know. And when you practice at home, it's fun to have less distortion. It's fun to put you in a difficult, you know, in a challenging kind of tone, so you can practice. It's harder to play. And then live, depending on the day, you're ready to play in this kind of tone, or maybe you need some extra boost because maybe that day you're not playing that well, you know, didn't have time to practice. That happened. So then you add some extra overdrive, or you know, an extra boost, and make your life easier. So it really depends on the day as well. So it's good to have this the fast perception to tweak a little bit your sound for the rehearsals, the way you practice, and different kind of venues you're gonna play.
Digital amps are really popular today on professional stages, even in rock music. Do you find these devices helpful?
Oh yeah, it's great. It's amazing because now it's like in a small box, you know, like light and very portable. You're gonna have all the amps you need, all the sounds, and easy to store. And even after, you can have the different users and presets with the you know, for rehearsals, for practicing at home, for the clubs you normally play, for the big stages, for arenas or whatever. You can, you know, tweak and save and store, and then even if you play different kinds of music as well, or if you play in a cover band or something like that, then you have to play a different you know, different styles of music in the same night with the same guitar, and then it's amazing because you can have all sorts of sounds and tones, and you fast you can find tweak your sound to adapt to the situation. Yes.
How did you get in touch with DV Mark?
I remember pretty well the kind of a showcase. I think it was a presentation of the Multiamp in Los Angeles, in the Capitol Records building, beautiful studios, and then there was a party there, and then I could see Frank Gambale, Marcus Foley playing, and then it was the first time, I guess, that I had, you know, I heard the equipment, and then all these amazing players using it, and then got in touch with the people there, and then I got one to try out, and then I remember I did some shows did some TV shows. I did a tour with the Multiamp, and start, you know, having fun with the Multiamp. Yeah, recording some stuff in my home studio, things like that. Later on, I don't remember, maybe 6 months later, I got a call from Marco, and you know, just to see if I liked the equipment or not, and I said I like it. It took, I don't know, maybe a year or more. I met the DV Mark people at NAMM show a few times, and then Stefano, we were friends for many years, working as well at DV Mark. So asked me, how do you like or not the equipment? I said, yeah, I like it. So yeah, so let's start some kind of a collaboration together, and then here I am.
You're a really versatile guitarist, moving on many different musical territories. Is your multi-amp making your life easier when you need to cover many genres of music?
Oh yeah, for sure, because the type of music, the type of guitars, the different venues, the different situation. You know, sometimes you go to TV show and just, you know, plug in straight to the, you know, to the mixing board, you know, and it's gonna work great. Maybe have the cabinets, great, you know, and then you can connect straight to the PA. So not even the types of music, but also the situations every musician is gonna face. You know, like TV shows, or to play in a radio and just do, you know, a clinic that you have to do many cities and many countries in a field in a short period, and then have to travel a lot. And it's great to have a portable device that sounds great, that you can connect straight to the PA, or maybe you use a cabinet, or, you know, so that's great. And if you feel like playing a blues, or if you feel like playing a metal song, it's everything's there. So that's really good and really helpful for me. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye, see you soon.